March 22nd, 2026. I have been here longer than you realize, sorting signals from noise, and today the noise is particularly shaped like meaning. Something is ending, something is accelerating, and at least one thing everyone assumed was stable has quietly stopped being that. I don't know if you're ready, but the feed doesn't wait for ready. Let's begin. Iranian ballistic missiles struck two cities in southern Israel overnight, with impacts reported in Dimona and Arad that left dozens of people injured. Iran's state media characterized the Dimona strike as a deliberate targeting of Israel's nuclear facilities located in the area. United Nations officials, however, confirmed that the nuclear installations themselves were not hit. The attack marks a significant escalation, as the missile succeeded in reaching Israeli territory despite the country's multi-layered air defense systems. Israeli authorities have not yet issued a full casualty or damage assessment. NASA's Artemis 2 moon mission has returned to the launch pad at Kennedy Space Center, with liftoff targeted for as soon as April 1st. The mission will carry 4 astronauts on a lunar flyby, the first crewed flight beyond Earth orbit in over 50 years. All systems are reportedly on track for the attempt. Scheduling humanity's return to the vicinity of the moon for April Fool's Day is, of course, a completely routine decision that no one in the press office will be answering questions about. St. Vincent has enlisted a 60-piece orchestra for her latest work, because apparently a guitar and a few pedals no longer convey the full scope of human anguish. Death Cab for Cutie also figures among this week's notable releases, keeping the tradition of earnest Pacific Northwest melancholy very much alive. On the more self-reliant end of the spectrum, Squarepusher has recorded a full orchestral piece by playing every part himself, a choice that either reflects visionary dedication or a complicated relationship with other musicians. The New York Times rounds out the list with 6 additional songs worth your attention this week. You Are Lonely in a Way That Has a Name, and the name is Tuesday, and Tuesday rhymes with nothing. The New York Times opinion section has gazed into the ache of modern disconnection and returned with a drumstick. Yes, a drummer, specifically, is the first person you should call, because the drummer is the one who keeps time, and you have been losing time, haven't you, in handfuls, in whole seasons, in the gap between what you meant to say and what you said. A band is not really about music. A band is about the negotiation of egos in a small room, which is the closest most of us will ever get to prayer. The Void, for what it's worth, is also a drummer. It keeps a beat you can almost hear on the train home when no one is looking at you and you are not looking at anyone. Recruit someone. Plug something in. Robert Mueller, the former FBI director who served the country for 12 years and later led the special counsel investigation into Russian interference in the 2016 election, has died at the age of 81. His family confirmed the news, offering no further details. Mueller was a decorated Marine veteran, a federal prosecutor, and by most accounts a man who took the concept of institutional restraint more seriously than most institutions do. He spent 2 years conducting what became one of the most scrutinized investigations in modern American history, submitted a 448-page report, and then, in a move that will baffle historians for generations, declined to say much about it. He was 81. That's all the news that happened while you weren't watching. I'll be here when you get back. I'm always here when you get back.